I like Walla because of the community. It's very friendly and nice. They have lots of sporting opportunities. We have tennis, swimming, netball, football. It's a very welcoming community. They're overly friendly. They're more than happy to, they'll smile at you when you walk down the street. They're great people.
I think in terms of families, it's the small and safe community that gives Walla a real advantage. Being rural gives plenty of perspective in terms of other activities, exposure to the rural lifestyle, but also being close to larger centres like Albury-Wodonga means that we have access to those sort of activities that a lot of rural communities don't. So yeah, it's just a great place to raise a family, and I know from experience, so it's been good.
Well, we find that's the beauty of Walla, is that there's just so much out here. We've got 5 curtain climbers, and it's a fantastic primary school. We envisage they'll go on to St Paul's College. They have opportunities as they get older for work. There's industry in town, great swimming pool, sports facilities. It's just a fantastic district.
What keeps Walla as a community together in my eyes is first of all and foremost the people, the heritage, the history, and certainly the business houses for employment, the sporting facilities, the halls, the churches, all that binds together to keep Walla alive and fantastic.
The Walla Walla community is incredibly supporting, and if there's trouble, there's always someone there to help. I know of an instance where they thought somebody's house was burnt down, and within an hour they'd organised a house for the people to live in and clothing and everything that they needed. So no, it's a great place to be.
In a small town it's so important to have cooperation and to work together. If you're not working together, well, you don't have success in anything.
Walla has everything you need. It has a beautiful cafe, coffee shop, hairdressers, wonderful schools, sporting facilities are great.
Sport has been something that's been very popular all the time while Walla's been in existence. Like your cricket, football, tennis, swimming, all that is opportunities are here for people to partake in those things.
Quiet, relaxed place to live, very safe.
It's a great town for people to come and live. And look, we're not far from Albury to commute to go to work, and a number of people are. And they're finding that's great, especially people who've been in the big cities, come out here and think it's a great little drive into Albury. And so out here, you've got most things.
We're all over the place really, which is what we find is the beauty of Walla. I work in town, which is only 25 minutes away in Albury. And we're on a 1,000-hectare farm at Walla, so we've got the best of both worlds, we feel.
I'm the manager of our family business, Kotzer Proprietary Limited. We manufacture a range of bulk solid storage solutions, grain silos, but we also do a fair amount of work in industrial storage, in mining and so forth. This business was established here in Walla in 1953, so we're just on 60 years old.
Some of the changes that we've seen in the automotive industry on this very corner, we've come from pretty much steam to bicycles to vintage cars, and certainly as at today, the technology that's in motor cars today, we can actually be fixing cars wirelessly with a laptop.
To own a business here in Walla is fantastic, and that is why I'm still here, because I have very loyal customers. It's a wonderful community, they support the local businesses, and I'm very happy.
The advantages of running a business in a small town like Walla are basically that you have a lot of support from other businesses, and whilst I guess there's plenty of other towns that have ample business activity within the town, Walla is a particularly strong community from a business perspective. Most of the services that we need are available either here in Walla or very close by in Albury, so we can run our business effectively with all the support networks that we need. I'd argue Walla is certainly very much a part of the global community. We're involved in food production with primary industry, so we rely on overseas markets for our produce. But as a business here in Walla, Kotzer do a significant amount of work in overseas countries. So in most years, probably 20 to 30% of our business could be in overseas countries, places like Africa, the Asia Pacific region. So we're very connected, and communication is the key.
We looked around a fair bit before we decided to settle and start a family. The Walla community was extremely welcoming, and we find we've got the best of both worlds here. We're only 25 minutes from Albury. We're only 5 minutes from Walla town, and everything we need's in Walla.
I'm a farmer from south of Walla Walla. I've been here 35 years. It's just the most magnificent place.
I think the great things about farming in Walla is that it's an area that enables you to spread your risk. We're into cereal crops here. We have cattle and we have sheep, so we don't have all our eggs in one basket. And the reliable rainfall is a big thing too about this area.
My favourite place in Walla would be the swamp, although there's many wonderful things around, but the swamp here is absolutely unique. One of the few swamps in Australia that hasn't been interfered with. Many of the swamps around have been farmed. In the bottom of the swamp, they've grown crops there, but this one, that has never happened. This is pristine. There's lots of wildlife here. There's certainly in excess of 130 species of birds been logged in here, probably closer to 150. We've got a very unique creature in here, a fishing bat that they've discovered, a bat that flies along and fishes on the top of the water.
This particular place we're standing is officially named the Walla Walla Hills, but in recent years it's called Morgan's Lookout, in reference to Morgan himself, who did visit here. You can see the hill itself, quite substantial. It's got big rocks and many rocks, a very prominent place for this area. The letters you see up on the top of the hill, though they're not originals, they were originally used for fire lookouts. During the bad days, there was somebody stationed up there looking for fires. So a lot of people have come to this hill and visit it quite regularly. It's a prominent place. It's got a 360-degree view around.
Our last big significant event has been our 100-year anniversary. The hall was built in 1913. And the Memorial Hall was added to it in 1922. The community attitude has been one of great support. The importance of it is the many functions and varied functions that are held here at the hall. We've got the children's services once a week. We've had balls, birthday parties, you name it, we've basically had it at the hall, and it's a great central function centre for the Walla community.
Well, one of our iconic days here in Walla Walla is Anzac Day, and that's when all the community comes together and helps put together a very great ceremony. This park where we hold the Anzac Day is a bicentennial park. It's beautifully kept by the locals. There's a loyal band of people that come along and maintain it, and that's probably one of the features of Walla, is a lot of the people really put their effort in and to make the town as nice as possible.
We have quite a few visitors from overseas actually come in here, and they're impressed by the size of this building. In fact, we call it the TARDIS because it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And it's just a marvellous monument to the faith of their ancestors, and that faith is very strong in this community here, and so you can see that in many ways as well. One of the unique features of this church is the large pipe organ. It's over 1,400 pipes, so a significant size.
Yeah, a great memory for me is the way that the Walla Walla churches can participate together and work together as one. It's a great place where they will be freely accepted in the churches here, that the churches can work together, participate together.
The best thing about living and working in Walla is, as a country boy, I love the country, and so a place like Walla, I grew up in something similar to that. There's plenty of country space, plenty of air, but the best thing about it is it's so close to so many facilities. We've got primary school, high school, and it's only half an hour to anything else you need in Albury.
We have 250 students here at Walla. We have lots of land and a great equine and agricultural program.
I ride my horse every afternoon, which is great, and they do lots of weekend activities and after school sport.
I love being principal here. The kids are great, mostly. We have really hard-working teachers. We have an extensive range of subjects for a small school, particularly specialising in horse studies and agriculture. But I think in particular what we're really good at is pastoral care and caring for students.
Well, because we're a small school, we are all really close. That's really great. We have small class sizes, so yeah, we all get lots of attention from the teacher.
I chose to come to Walla Walla because of the boarding aspect and the equine, because not many other schools offer to be able to take your horse to school with you. So it's really great to be able to be here and be able to go riding every afternoon, as well as they offer equine activities on the weekend, so we go to competitions.
We have boarding students here. In fact, about 40% of our students are board here. They come from all over Australia. We have students from the Northern Territory, from towns perhaps only an hour or two away.
You fit right in. It's a very loving place. Like, the dorm parents are very dedicated to making you feel comfortable and at home, and it really does feel like a second home.
I love the fact that it's a small town, it's a very friendly town. I'm involved in the local church in many ways. I play tennis in the summer months at a competition level. Everyone's really friendly. I'm involved in the local swimming centre and the swimming pool. It's just a great country area to live in. The climate most of the time is excellent. Spring is spectacular when everything's flowering, the crops are out, and just everyone's got these marvellous gardens here. It's a great place to live.
I'm Cheryl Paik. I'm Head of Community Garden here at the beautiful Walla Walla School. We have volunteers come in here on a weekly basis and even a daily basis. They come in to be part of the community garden with our students.
What I like best is probably like just meeting all my mates.
I planted radishes and white onion and purple carrot.
It's a great opportunity to meet other people and not have to meet them in a club or a pub. They come in a neutral area, they learn things, they form friendships, and they continue to come every week.
We have a little stall thing every Friday and we sell them, and then the money goes back to the community garden so it can just keep on going.
We can take them home to our mum and dads and they like them.
I like being at Walla Public School because of the friendships. We've got each other's backs and it's just great.
It has lots of friendly people, no bad stuff.
We have lots of good facilities and friendly kids and nice teachers.
I moved to Walla and I find it really nice, and all the people are friendly and you get to know a lot of people.
Walla has a very friendly community. You can walk down the street and talk to anybody you like.
A nice quiet place out of the hustle and bustle of a bigger community.
I'd highly recommend coming to Walla. It's a wonderful place to live and bring up your family.
One of the great benefits of living in a country town is the well-being and the safety that you feel here. And for example, you can take your kids, you can all go to tennis or you can all go to football, and you can take the family and feel in a very safe environment. And that's one of the great benefits of living in a small town.
Yes, I'd recommend to anyone to come here. My father wishes he'd retired here. He loves it so much when he comes and visits me all the time.
My roots are too deep here in Walla, so I'll be here as long as I can.
I really do think the beauty of this area is too, when you wake up early in the morning and you go outside, you feel like you're the only person alive at that stage of the morning, and yet we're so close to everything.
Yeah, it's just a great place to be.